Yeah, see, we'll go keep me on the ball, on the ground, a wee bit different. What's me and Paul Slane today?
I think...
Big man got a fair?
I think him and Jim Jeffries were playing American football. Si all night. I seen Jim with the helmet on Si, so I don't know how it's gone. I think the two of them must be tired out now.
Did you watch Super Bowl?
Unbelievable, Si, but what about my shirt?
Oh, a darts player.
I know, somebody said that. But Si, see this week, last week I had the shark one on.
Yeah.
But you could see my belly through it, so I was a tyre going round.
No.
So I've had to put the white t-shirt underneath. But I must say my style's been remarkable, Si, innit, since I've come back.
Somebody did say that they could see a wee bit of green fluff in your belly button. Who was that for?
Follow him.
Right, where is he? Come on, where is he?
Oh, sorry, lads.
There you are, young man.
Oh, a wee delivery.
What's this we've got?
Well, that's my breakfast.
Is this the company's grand?
This is my breakfast.
Oh,
They said
yes.
it's a meal plan for a week, but I thought, that doesn't look like a week's food. There must be about 6 or 7 other boxes.
Magnificent, innit? That could be the best time I've ever had.
So what is it? It's Grand Fitness food?
It's Grand Fitness. They're going to get us boys into shape. Me, obviously, first and foremost.
Well, I don't know, Kevin. I'm right up there with you, big man.
Is that why you've got the white t-shirt underneath the green t-shirt? The green t-shirt's nicer.
Mate, you're going to need to tie yourself at a treadmill while you're eating that.
I tell you
Okay,
what.
go on and move that because the camera can't get me my face.
Right, that's enough. It's Grand Fitness food. Thanks very much.
Yeah, well, amazing for the
It's
Horrendous.
super for them. I'll tell you next week if it works.
Oh,
Did you watch the Super Bowl last
I
night?
never watched it, mate. No, my thing.
It's very start and stop, isn't it?
Do you know what? See the guys that watch it. What's the word for them? Virgins.
Virgins, freak shows.
What do they call each other? Dudes.
We call each other dudes. Oh my God, you ready
Did
for
Paul
this?
have that? Did Paul have the uniform?
I picked up a couple of dudes this morning.
Paul, Tim did. Tim, the Jet and Kev were playing last night. You know what they're saying? The fattest wins. Do you know who won it? Kev. No, here, wait, hear this one, right? See, before I came here the day, I was doing Sucky Street this morning, running about, going to, what's that shop? H. Samuel. Me and my brother and my mate, at half time last night, had a wee ball, a wee tiny ball, and throwing it about, threw it, going about, so one was the defender, one was the driver, and he threw it and smashed on my ma's, mate, honestly, like, the Slanes have not got any money at all, but the one thing they've got in the house is
Personality.
rich ornaments.
Right.
So I don't know where my man died, maybe stole them from somewhere, but there's rich ornaments in the house and they've smashed my ma's favourite. So what happened, my ma stormed in this morning, at my bed at 6 in the morning, Paul had Tim get a fright side. But she said, she was like that size, she went, where is it? So I've said, listen, ma, I've moved it all so we could play a wee, have a laugh and all that. Down to that shop with day side and there was none of them there. I'm absolutely panicking, mate. This isn't even trying to be funny.
See, when she says, where is it? I thought she was meaning someone else. So you know,
What is it? What is the ornament?
It was
Surely one of the listeners
Jimmy Cricket.
Oh, was it Jimmy Cricket?
Jimmy Cricket with Bambi. Jimmy Cricket was sitting in Bambi.
Was he?
Surely somebody.
Anyway,
Surely somebody's got one at home, the listeners. We could get one before the end of the day.
Honestly, I'm absolutely. I know I've a massive off topic, but I'm
So it's a big time in the.
it was
So
absolutely.
she's not speaking to you?
Well, she didn't know.
Right.
Just blame Paul.
I know, but I don't know if there's something going on with it today.
Right. 3 months to the hydro, lads. Shit in it, kids. Shit in it.
3 months,
3 months, mate.
We've not even know what we're doing yet.
I think.
Have we got any guests lined up?
We are the first to make an arse to the hydro.
Do you know what? I think about it every single day. It's going to be. Just think about it, what, like, 13,000 people chanting it. It's going to be the most amazing night. But I can't promise open goal the people behind the scenes, the safety guys, that I'm going to be doing it at safe side.
Right.
It's life or, what do you call it?
Life or death?
Life or death, and I'm out there.
Is it, aye?
Anything side goes with me.
How's the guitar lessons coming on?
I'm struggling, Si. I
yeah?
think that bit of brick wall, Si. I'm not enjoying it.
What, with the writing or with the playing? Because you're writing songs as well, aren't you?
Writing songs, Si.
I like that song you wrote about me.
I was cracking, wasn't it?
That was brilliant, aye. Rolling Down the Hill. Is that the title of it?
Correct.
Oh, big news as well. Paul Slane. He's been uncovered as a private detective.
No.
Following with Alfredo.
Were you?
Correct.
How did you get under that Lamborghini?
No, you're right, but I actually thought it was the big jet.
The what?
I thought it was Jet looking for your motor. Because he was supposedly devastated that you were going to go for another sausage supper with Tony Pullis.
To be fair, I did hear also that...
Supposedly Jim Jeffries was honestly in total breakdown when he heard that, Si. You
Anyone?
didn't share sausage suppers with him.
I
You
heard
only
that,
share his sausage.
I heard that Rangers are looking to employ you to see if they can find Celtic.
Oh, yes, can't wait for the tweets on that. We are going to get slaughtered.
Si, just before we get on to the football,
What have
I
you got?
sent him an unbelievable present. An unbelievable present, by the way.
Somebody pulls a black bag out of their pocket, what are you thinking?
That's like dog shit, innit? Wait to see this, Si. I get sent this. I'm not joking, somebody sent me this. I can't say names yet. Wait to see this. Look at that, Si.
Oh my God.
The goat.
Pimpin'. Oh, the goat.
Kev, look at that. And look at the wee red bit on it for a spot. It's fucking genius.
Even the goat's got fucking acne.
It's
Oh,
cool,
look
innit,
at this,
Si?
mate.
It's quite cool, innit?
Pimping ain't easy.
Do you know the only bad thing is? The guy said to us, I bought it, right? Nobody sent me, I bought it. I said to the guy, Kev, I said to the guy, is it good quality? And the guy said, don't put aftershave on it. It'll make it rusty. Fuck me.
No, he looks like a young Bobby George with the BB darts. Nice darts.
Tremendous. Right, lads, we're going to talk about the January transfer window. After it's shut, what was your outlook on the title race after both teams' signings?
I personally didn't think that anybody they brought in was just somebody to be a squad player, backup. So it's very hard in the January window to get somebody that's going to be of any real quality. When I saw Celtic looking at the possibilities of Wanyama, I thought that would be a good sign. That would get the fans excited. But Celtic midfield's been playing quite well, so we already fit in. Would he get in? Has he been playing enough games to really merit taking over from somebody else? Rangers, I would like to have seen them bring in... they obviously brought in the boy Hadji, so there's a lot of talk about that. It's Badgie. It looks an exciting young prospect from everybody that supposedly I watched him. But another striker would have been ideal because obviously Defoe got a wee injury through the week and Alfredo's just come back. So I didn't think too much of it. I don't think anybody signed anybody better that's going to make them that much better over the course of the next 3-4 months in the title run in. Rangers know their strong 11, Celtic know their strong 11. It's a case of keeping them fit and hopefully somebody can come in and replace either of them if need be.
Totally wrong.
Let's be honest.
100% wrong.
Wow.
Rangers should have signed a striker of the quality that could come in and win them games because Kamberi won't. He's not that standard. And Celtic should have signed another centre-half.
That's it. I was just going to say, let's be honest, it was piss on it.
Poor. Very, very poor.
Are you surprised that both teams have no brought a player that's going to come in and play in their starting 11 straight away?
Why did they wait to the last day of the week? Why did they wait to the last day?
And then go for everybody?
Surely at the beginning of January, when it turns to the 1st of January, right, let's get the targets done and we'll start ticking them off that we kind of get, no, yeah, right, we've got him. You sign the deal up, you get him into the team in that way, you're not hoping he starts, you sign somebody now, like, it might take them 4 or 5 weeks to get running, then we're into March. There's only 2 months of season left.
But my God, the both clubs, I think, disappointed. I think the both clubs could have made a statement and no done it, Si. I think if you're going to go, if Celtic are clearly looking if they're going to go 3 centre-backs and 2 up front, clearly Lennon's not going to go 4-4-2. He doesn't want to go 4-4-2. So he's going to go, if he wants 2 up front, you go 3 at the back. To bring the boy from Morton and start him right away. Now, the boy done well yesterday, Si. No, I'm not saying it against the boy, but I'm very surprised that you're playing with Morton for 6 months and then come back and walk into Celtic's team. I think they should have strengthened centre-back. Yes, they've got players to come back.
I love how you've done that there. Yes.
Yeah, see, they would just change it on. I think they should have signed a centre-half side. Now, whether there's somebody out there that's good enough to come in, who knows? But I think the boy Benkovic, he went to Bristol City. Why did he not come back to Celtics? My question mark, Si. And don't know that. And know that.
I don't think that's
like, what is that?
What is that?
And
that could get trademarked.
And then, no, just that. And Rangers to bring in Kamberi. No for me, Si, and they should have been looking to bring a winger in. So that's my take on it, Si.
Right, brilliant. What about your view on the title race after the weekend results? Was it a shock to you that Aberdeen got a draw?
No, it wasn't a shock because I think Rangers had come back for the January break. They were no so great against Stranraer, no particularly great against Ross County, losing to Hearts. So the run of form didn't fill you with confidence. Aberdeen, looking to try and get be the third best team in Scotland again, and got some good players, Aberdeen.
Yeah, Aberdeen had quite a few chances as well, didn't they?
Big boy
Cosgrove's legs were steaming, weren't they?
Oh, man,
what about his touch?
Not acceptable.
What was he thinking? Like obviously, I can understand when you're one-on-one with the goalie.
Horrific.
It was just a trampoline touch. It was really bad. But Aberdeen are never easy, home or away. So was that twice they played Rangers and drew twice? No, played 3, they drew 2 and won 1. Rangers. So. No, it'd be difficult for Rangers being at home because they'd been looking to put on a performance and get their season back on track because they're not off track, but just a performance where the fans are thinking, right, okay, the previous couple of games were just a bit iffy, but it doesn't look like the...
Just seems it's not going Rangers' way just now. I think Morelos got suspended, now Jack's injured for me, who's their best midfielder. It's only 4 points, Paul, with a game in hand. You can't say it's over.
No.
Yeah,
It's over, but
You going to say it's over?
it's no oversight. You can't say there's going to be
It's
more.
not over till he sings.
But certainly no, because there's going to be more slip-ups. But in 6 days, it took 6 days to drop, was it 5 points or 4 points? Whatever it was, and give that away is... It's just...
Why do you think it happens?
Well, I can't see this, and I'm going to stamp. There's people saying they went to Dubai, Celtic went to Dubai as well. It's a lot of nonsense. They're so flat. I remember a couple of weeks ago, before the game started back, I said, when I watched the Rangers at the cup final, whatever, in V Hibs Motherwell before the break, I said, this is the first time I've seen Gerrard's style. It looks like they went back to last season, so they can't break teams down.
Yeah.
Aberdeen had the best chances. They're really, really struggling, Kev. I don't know, have you been in a situation where you went for a break or whatever and came back and it's no... What's it doing to you? I don't know.
I would say pressure.
The pressure that you could go top if you win these games.
The old game in hand comments, if we win our game in hand, we'll go top of the league. But they were never ever going to get that game in hand anytime soon that was going to put them top of the league, because it's a game in hand that's due to be played in March sometime, I think it is. So, and having gone away into the break, like flying, like high as possibly can be, confidence oozing, and all of a sudden come back, and now it's like, right, this is it. We've got from January to May to wrap up this title, and maybe it's just pressure. Maybe Morelos being suspended, the midfield four, the back four, maybe aren't as confident because maybe not sure they're going to get the goals from. So maybe puts a wee cast of doubt into the team. Who knows? It could be a number of reasons as to why they've stuttered.
Do you know what I'm surprised about? Like, I think Lennon came in for a lot of criticism after the game against Rangers, and he's changed his formation. He's done something different. Yeah. Whereas for me, Rangers have struggled for the last 4 games now, and they're still playing the exact same system with the exact same players.
Yeah.
You need to change something.
Do they have the clientele to change it completely different? Like Celtic, the full-backs have been struggling. That's a fact. So he's went to 3 centre-halves, 5 in the middle and the 2 boys up front. Griffiths coming back, scored 3 goals in 4 or 3 and 5. So that helps massively. Whereas Rangers, how do they change their system and who do they bring in? Because I don't think they've got that. But that's
with their squad, like the flexibility with their squad.
I don't think they have it. Whereas Hadji's come in, Kamberi's come in. Are they 2 players you're going to just chuck in straight away? Hadji, I think, probably will get a chance now that Jack's struggling. Kamberi, maybe Rangers might go top and put. I don't know. I
cannot. But I said on the Cooping Show, I cannot believe Jamie Murphy's been allowed to go on loan. 2 and 2 for Burton. Jamie Murphy's he scored goals for Brighton in the Champions League.
He was doing well before he got injured at Rangers. So
why did he have a chance?
Why did he? I don't understand. And why is Greg Stewart not getting much of a chance?
I think Greg's injured. As I said on the Cooping Show, he hurt his hand in the biscuit tin. Some boy. See, Jamie Murphy, I pranked him. I used to be an MK Don scout.
He used to pick me up every day, son. But on you go, sorry.
No, it's not. I just saying I pranked him, saying that I was an MK Don chief exec, and I wanted him at Motherwell. He went and then told the Motherwell manager he wanted to go to MK Don. Paul Caddis totally done Scottish.
I love that
good
stuff,
lad, Jamie
man.
Murphy.
That's great, Bob.
No, he's very a bit mousy side, but he's a lovely boy.
He's had. Do you know what else? He's had a 13 all over since he was about 10-year-old, didn't he? Same haircut.
He used to pick me up outside my house in Anderson side, and he used to play. There was a dancing in the tune called Silver. It was DJ Vance. It was just pure bouncy tunes. He used to pick me up at 8 in the morning and put the van that loud. We didn't speak to each other. So the whole journey, I swear to God, that's not a funny story. He used to do that, and he never ever spoke. So I don't know. Certainly DJ Vance would have been good doing it at the moment for Rangers. Do you know what I mean? Signing that, changing them, getting them going. It seems to me Rangers are much better in the chase. Enjoyed second place. It doesn't seem when they go top. Or I know they want to top, but in that position they enjoy it at all. So what's disbelief, me?
What's what?
Every week he gets a word that he can't get out.
What's disbelief, mate?
It's just it's a surprise, because when we came back we asked who was the favourites, and I said Rangers were, and it's just now went tenfold. But again, in a month's time, could Celtic might have a bad run of form. You just don't know.
Do you know what I was thinking? This is genuinely. See how we've left the EU now?
Yeah.
You need to be a member. You need a visa to go anywhere.
Yeah.
See, when I went to the airport that night to Amsterdam, would I have not got in?
Nah, so it was
that's been brilliant.
So it would never have happened.
So are you all for it?
You would never have been
ask
here.
you about politics because you say something wrong with it. By the way, how's your monster?
Went for the blue one today, Si. Sugar free.
Oh, is it?
Because you're at belly and tits I've got, can I say that?
Yes.
Aye, so that's just it. I'm going on a big diet.
You're a new man.
Well, I'm
Skin's looking better.
Skin's looking great, and it's no greasy and that today.
Sunbed last night,
Sunbed.
How many minutes?
Looking a bit
Can I show
pasty.
marks on the screen? Can I
Sure,
show
you can show the top. That is
Aye.
You're looking a wee bit pasty.
Can anyone at Veet, if they can send us some... Right, well, I speak about Kamberi. Kev is a striker, is an ex-Rangers striker.
Wow.
What's your views on the signing
horrific.
of Kamberi?
I
On
think,
his days, a good player, Kamberi.
I think,
How many
I
days
think,
do we get
I
that?
think there's a player there, right? And there's no denying it, because when he plays very, very well, his performances stick out, and Hibs fans would agree with that. They will tell you that, but there's not enough of those performances for him to be meriting a move to Rangers and then to say, I've always wanted to sign for Rangers. I just think that he might get an opportunity at Rangers and he might hit the ground running and he might be a sensation at Rangers. We don't know, because there is a player in there.
Yeah.
But it's a strange signing that Celtic and Rangers didn't used to go and sign other teams' reserve players. You know what I mean?
As in, he's not Hibs' first choice striker.
He's not Hibs' first choice striker, so why is that? Was that
But is that
a sign
do-
of desperation? Is it a sign of just getting another striker in a number? I don't get it. I don't understand what Kamberi, like.
Maybe it's just cover. Maybe that is just...
It's just cover.
He's a poor man's Morelos for me. He's quite similar in the way he plays. He runs the
Aye.
channels, he gets his arse in.
Surprised they've signed him. Why not? The
A
boy
target man,
Dykes.
Cosgrove or Dykes.
Like I don't think
He'd have been huge.
I don't think either or of them side or Rangers quality. But if you're going to bring a player on maybe to get a goal and stuff, then is Kamberi he's very similar. So I don't know.
What about his comments though? So he's only on
Pathetic.
loan, and he's saying since he's been at Hibs, he's the best fans he's played at. He's always wanted to go there, not happy with him.
I'll be honest with you, right?
Stupid.
I admire him for saying it.
Do you, right? Being honest.
Aye, because see when you come to Scottish football, if you've been elsewhere, there's the two big teams, as in the Glasgow Celtic and Rangers, and then you've got Hibs, Hearts, Aberdeen. For me, that's the next three. Why would you come to a league here and aspire to maybe play for a Celtic and Rangers? When I came to Kilmarnock, I was hoping that come to Kilmarnock, if I could play well enough, I might get a move to the Old Firm. Didn't quite happen, but I got the next best thing and I moved to Hearts. So Kamberi, sometimes you don't say that because the fans that you might need to go back to will be like, right, wait a minute here. I've made that mistake of going for one team, going on loan to another, abusing the team I'm registered with, then I hate to go back and it's all tits off, it's no good. But Kamberi,
He's not signed, is he?
No, he's on loan.
He's only
That's
on loan.
silly.
It's
You should do that when
stupid.
you've signed.
I admire him for his ambition that by coming to Scottish football, playing with Hibs, he's hoping to try and maybe get a bigger move. So a bigger move to Rangers that it gets you European football and it sets a chance of winning maybe titles. So understandably, but you just don't say it.
See, I went on loan to Swindon and the local paper asked me, like, we were doing well. It was like 2 months to go left of the season and a reporter says to me, if you had the choice to go back to Celtic or stay at Swindon, what would you do? And like, it was a local reporter. I thought, never get back. I was like, no, I'm staying here. There's no way I'm going back to Celtic. Like, to be a jobby and no playing. Never thought of it. My first day back pre-season with Celtic, we're doing the bleep test. And straight after the bleep test finished, somebody's had me, Lenny wants to see you upstairs.
Oh, no.
But I'm thinking, but he'll be buzzing off how well I've done at Swindon. Like, he'll be telling us that I'm going to be playing this year. You know what I mean? Went into his office, it was him, Gary Parker, Mialby and Tomo, mate, the four of them, sitting with all the papers on their desk. And they're like that. Lenny was like, who the fuck do you think you are? Saying, Kane in this club, he says, we pay your wages. Do never disrespect me. I was shaking, man, under the table.
Do you know what? And this is no word of line you can back.
It comes back to bite you, man.
See, when you walked out that room, I walked by in the staircase. Do you remember that?
Did you?
Do you remember that?
Oh, so you did?
And we didn't know each other. It was the first time I'd seen you because I'd obviously just. You would have been loan when I first signed, but it was at that pre-season I came back and I remember walking upstairs. I was just a wee drink rat as well, so I just walking back.
What do you mean as well? I wasn't.
No, oh sorry.
I do remember that.
I walked up the stairs in my flip-flops and I just remember you walking by and I remember, I'm sure your face was either really red or really chalk white and you're just like shake your head and like that fucking hell. So I walked by you, but I think that may have been, you left soon after that, didn't you?
See, when the first time I met him, he'd signed before that, innit? And I said to you, how are you enjoying it? He's like, I hate it, shouldn't be here. Just sign me. You want to go for breakfast? Absolutely not.
Was there any point in your Celtic career that you ever thought, fucking hell, I can't wait to get stuck in here and get.
No. Listen, there was a point where I trained very hard at Estamari. I was doing the Glasgow Green every single day through the summer, and I came back absolutely amazing. I had an unbelievable training session. So I was in the European squad, and I was exceptional. But injuries play a big part, and also, mindset as well, I really suffered, I really struggled with my mind, you know what I mean? So,
I've never noticed. Have you ever had a teammate who's went out on loan and said bad things and then got his arse bitten?
No.
Lenny was scary that day, mate. Like,
I
it wasn't even like usually there was a joke in between, but it was
so
just
see when you've walked in, if they got the clippings of the paper,
the papers are all sitting there.
and did they actually explain yourself?
Crumble, but I didn't even think I could get a word
Genuinely
out.
think that could be the worst feeling in history.
I would have folded like a deck of cards. I think I'd have cried.
See when Lenny was talking,
I would have cried.
the three
honestly.
the other them were just shaking their head, and then I think Tom went mental. It is.
But what you were saying was right in a way,
I
but
couldn't even get that across, mate. They were asking us questions, I couldn't even talk. I was so scared.
It's happened to me like a few times when I went away with Scotland or 21s or Scotland national team, and they would start talking to me, the reporters, and I'd get pure giddy and just fill them full of shit. Like, tell them everything. Like,
you do that, didn't you?
I was like, oh, they're fucking pure living me in the
my
media.
pal.
They're my pals, I'm going to tell them everything. And I used to say things and think nothing of it. And you get back to that Monday morning, and Adrian Heath, the assistant manager at Peter Reid time, oh, Carla, what the fuck are you saying on Scotland national duty? I was like, no. Sure about that. You've got big fucking Quinny. He's a 20-year football career. You've got him retired.
See when Bellamy came to Celtic, we were young boys and I used to play John Robertson, the assistant manager at Poole. And it came up, as I was playing Poole with John Robertson, it came up on Sky Sports News that Bellamy had fell out with Souness and he was slaughtering him. And Robertson was caning him, saying, like, can't believe he's speaking about Souness out of order. And then 2 days later, Celtic signed him. Wow, so that just tells you that Martin O'Neill did not listen to fucking what John Robertson said. But Bellamy was brilliant, mate. When he came on loan, what a player he was.
What was he like as a guy?
Mate, he used to come and watch every youth team game. He would tell you, pull you aside, tell you what you've done well in the game. He was top man.
That's weird because see, just from the outside watching in, I thought he would have been horrible to young guys and playing. I thought just watching him at the pitch, you seen one of the guys like fucking even what was he? Was he?
Oh, and training, he was hard. Like he would come mad, of course.
Craig Bellamy's like the talk of conversation last week with
Billion.
Jason Cummins.
Yeah.
Like a character. Craig Bellamy always portrayed this character as being an absolute twat, and he's far from it because most guys that played with him got on with him, and the ones that didn't get on with him, they probably argued over something football related that didn't agree with him.
What was he like, Si, in the changing room? That would he ever answer back to managers or anything?
Nah, he wasn't, mate. He wasn't like that.
No?
No one Martin O'Neill, none of them answered that O'Neill back. They were all scared of him. But I think Sutton and Thomas stole his phone and text Shearer, didn't they? I think that's stories came out when they were in the. That was at Celtic. You're finished. You're past it.
That's brilliant.
That's tremendous, isn't it?
That's amazing.
Right, another striker, Morelos. All this off-field stuff. Can you see it affecting him, Paul, as somebody who has got probably a similar brain?
I think he's up there with my brain, Si. Certainly, it's the first person.
Do you think you could be pals?
I would love to be his pal.
Would you?
It's the first
what
person.
What would you do?
I don't know. Do you know? No word of lie. That excites me to think of that.
Got the zoo in that.
Got the zoo. Just slap each other's arses and all that.
You get a sore hand slapping that arse.
That's amazing. But I think,
would you invite?
I couldn't hate that.
I'm disgusted with this man at the moment. He's affecting me. You came down hard on me last week, I know, which I found very difficult.
No, even Lynn gave me trouble for it.
Did she, the keeper?
She says,
Actually, glad you done
she
it.
She says you were a bit too harsh on Staining last week. I says, too harsh for him? I says, do you hear what they say about me every week?
I've actually not slagged you for being fantasy.
She went, aye, but it's true what they're saying about you. So anyway.
But Si, Kev, with Morelos, as much as I've always said, I think he's an amazing character, especially for the Scottish game. It lights up our game. But I'm starting to think now, it's starting to become embarrassing for Rangers, Si. All this stuff about Gerrard's coming out and said Morelos is shaking up about this, and then it was about what was it?
Investigator.
The investigator. So after Gerrard coming out, it's making him look like a mug as well, Si. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Will it affect him too? I don't think it will. I don't think he's that type of boy. No, he doesn't care, man.
No.
I think Morelos, for me, is just get back to doing what he does best, is scoring goals, and Rangers probably will look to try and get a fee for him in the summertime. So try and make the most of the guy while he's here. Everything that the circus that comes around Morelos is partly played on the fact that there's a massive rivalry in the city. If he was playing for Celtic, it would be the same coming from Rangers fans. So it just works both ways. There's always a pantomime villain. Morelos is that at the minute. And all he's got to do is just get back to scoring goals, and that keeps everybody quiet.
With Kamberi going, Greg Docherty's went another very good signing for Hibs. That
Yeah,
is.
very good.
Aye,
Good box. He's an old school box to box midfielder, Greg Docherty, isn't he?
No, he's a
fit
good-
as mate. Have you seen him fit he is, man?
Yeah,
Is he not a fitness instructor?
Nah, well, he trains with
personal
Rangers
trainer?
and then he still goes to like a personal trainer at,
I mean, is he not a personal trainer?
I don't know if he is, but I know he does hundreds of extra work outside the Ibrox and that, mate.
It's amazing. It's
Great
amazing. It's a
I
great...
wish I had that attitude, yeah.
No.
Oh, tremendous.
No, but
man.
I think it's a fantastic thing. I actually think out of the 12 clubs in the SPFL, I believe that Hibs have done the best transfer business.
I'd agree. McNulty,
Yeah.
Docherty and Paul McGinn, who looks like Sid for Toy Story.
Yeah, and he was on the radio, so I don't know why I was listening, and he was as bad on the radio as a player.
He watches it,
Was he on,
What a player.
was he on Sportsline, that BBC's
It was
programme?
on a Friday night or a Wednesday night.
I heard it on the
His
radio,
front
and I
teeth
was
look
like,
like a parking space.
oh my
Oh,
God. Was he
man.
not on with Hugh Keaton somewhere else as well?
I don't know.
That's Stephen McGinn.
I must
That's his
say,
brother.
I
Stephen,
I
a
must
great
say, I love
family.
the
They're a
McGinn
great
family.
family.
I must say, I love the McGinn family. And do you know what Joe McGinn's reminded me very much of Kevin Keegan.
See, you stop. We used to call him Sid for Toy Story at Dundee, but
Is he a good lad, Si?
aye, great lad. We had a guy at
Is he long in the shower before you go, Si?
Nah, tell me. We had a guy at Portsmouth who used to wear these brown boots. They were shocking, mate. So one day we got a marker pen and wrote Andy on the bottom. Do you know Woody's boots in Toy Story?
That's superb.
That's brilliant.
Oh, tremendous.
That is brilliant.
Right, Hibs and Rangers take on each Wednesday. Do you expect a fiery one given maybe edge at Kamberi's? Did you see Jane Park's tweet as well?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
I'll tell you one thing.
She should be on here.
Hey, Jane
Get
Park,
her on one
Park's
day.
beautiful,
tremendous.
absolutely beautiful for her.
Great part, isn't it?
That's what. Let's there we go, Jane Park.
Yeah.
Next week, get on.
Wait a minute.
No.
What a couple that would be.
What, Slaney and Jane Park? Here, wait a minute.
Can she play wide? Can she play wide?
No, I hope he's not been DMing her. Because I don't want to hear any more stories about how big you are, Michelle, Jane Park.
By the way, I wouldn't see if listen, Jane Park's a lovely woman, but I would never go there because if Kamberi was bad in bed, I don't know what the fuck she'd think about me. Because I'm absolutely pathetic. But can we listen to Jane Park, we'll get a wee message out there now. You come on next week and here you go.
Tell us all your stories.
You can tell stories, I'll tell stories, we'll mix about. I will cook you a meal live on the show, Si. There you go.
What would you make?
Just do that Scran Fitness.
No, I'll make her something, Si.
What's your specialty?
I'm trying to think of a dirty joke there, I can't think of any.
Right, we'll leave it at
Jane
that.
Park would be right up for coming on here, wouldn't she?
I hope so. I don't see why, no, eh? Big football fan, she loves the
Hibs
high
fan,
beats.
though, I don't
Do you
know.
think she
I could
watches
sit there.
the show? Has there been any indication that she watches it?
I don't think so.
I thought somebody told me, I don't know if Harm Capaldi had a thing, no? I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but...
Oh, wow. Really?
So we could get her on and ask about that.
Right, okay.
Well, tell you one thing, if she's going with Capaldi, then she could go with me, Si.
I would 100% agree with that. You'd look a bigger mess.
Right, Celtic. How much of a big result was it for Celtic? Even, I know it's Hamilton, but with Rangers dropping points, and it looked as though they were a wee bit nervy at the start now.
Si, it's one of the poorest I've seen Celtic, Si.
Why do you think that is?
They look disjointed, Si. I know this is going to sound such hypocritical.
Oh my God, man.
I see the 3-5-2. I didn't like it yesterday. Or, especially when they've got 10 men, take a centre back half at half time or take a centre midfield off. You don't need to play 3 centre backs and 3 centre midfielders. So I would have took that off and changed it and got them on quicker. But at the end of the day, Si, when Christie and Rogic came on,
Big energy, wasn't it?
they were
Tempo.
excellent, Si. And I've said that before. Tom Rogic is going to be key to Celtic this season. He's going to be huge this season. So they didn't play too well. And if they're going to play that via Motherwell, and the red card was massive, Si, but they've seen it and they've got that job done. And that was a massive, I keep saying it, Si, and that word, Si, momentum. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, momentum. Si, it's a massive word.
Yeah.
And at the moment, the momentous points of this season, Celtic are clearing the momentum points upside. So,
You're at it, man. You are at it.
do you know what? I watched, we'll talk about it next because of the stamp.
But see, Rogic's like a new sign. You can get Tom Rogic. For
What's
me,
CP ball?
quality-wise, right, he's the only guy in Celtic's team that's on the same wavelength as Edward. On the ball. I don't think he runs a bit.
love that.
Do you?
Yeah, it's a great
I agree.
point.
He's one of the players that plays the game without thinking about it because he just knows
Easy for him.
it's easy for him. Edward's exactly the same. And obviously the Edward's second goal showed that, the 1-2 and the link-up
What
play
goal
was
that was,
superb.
wasn't it? What a pass.
He just sees a pass, and for me, like you say, when you've got him coming back, you don't need to go and sign anybody in the January transfer window because he will be huge because he is known for big performances against Rangers. He's shown that in the past. So, Celtic, they've got good players coming back at the right time, and it's just the defence. It's just for all the good play going forward.
Talk us through the goal. Because we've said, I got slaughtered months ago. I said in here, Celtic could put its defending set pieces. Got slaughtered for it, but
I've always said the two of them are iffy. Like I would love to play against the two of them.
Do you think that Foster should commit for that?
Nah.
Not at all?
Too low, I think.
Should never commit for that.
Do you know what I hate? Edwards at the front post. I hate strikers defending corner kicks. I think you should do better Edwards at the goal.
If you've got a player in your team who is very good at heading, but maybe not the tallest guy in the world, you put him at the front post and you say to him, like, don't pick anybody up. Just if it comes in that area, you just go and win it. Just go and clear it. Whereas that doesn't happen.
It's not Edwards' game, that is it?
Whereas Julian, right, for as good he is attacking the headers, he's the polar opposite for defending them. It's as if he, like, instead of being tight and making it difficult for the guy to jump, he kind of like stands off a bit and it's as if he's giving the opponent an opportunity. Don't give him the opportunity. Just be strong and don't let me even get the run.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what it is with Julian.
He was a big boy, the boy that scored.
Oh, no, he is, aye.
The fridge.
He done brilliant.
He was decent,
he pulled him apart at times.
But he's I just think that the goals.
I think Julian's good in general play defending his box, but I think set pieces.
The goals that Celtic are conceding, they're all avoidable. Yeah. It's not as if somebody's carving Celtic out up and creating great opportunities. It's just a set piece corner into the box and just pure defending.
What would you do, Si, if you were to go into Celtic now and try to eradicate that problem, Si?
What, the corners? It's tough, mate. I think set pieces is tough.
What do you? Did you just...
It all comes down to the players' determination to head the ball. I think there's only so much you can work on.
Set pieces are tough because ultimately it all comes down to the quality of the ball. Because see if the ball's rubbish, they're always going to be rubbish. But you may presume where a ball might go, but it could come in at pace. Sometimes I've seen balls come into a box and you think, oh, what a ball that
really,
is.
you've just got to win it, haven't you?
Somebody's just got to take the bull by the horns and go and win the ball, get it out, go up the park, and move on. But set pieces are difficult. I used to hate like I would come back for everything because I was good in the air. And even when I knew I was good and confident in the air, you were never confident at a corner or a free kick, I'll be the one that would get this clear. You were always hoping that somebody else would do it, but it was just one of these things.
I must say, but
where were you defending corners?
Oh, sorry, I was up the pitch. Do you know, I swear to
God...
your arse. Oh, something like that. Do you know, I'm not kidding on, see when the keeper used to punt the ball and it came out to my wing, do you know I used to actually I would jump up that.
No, you weren't going to hear it.
Mate, I hate that, I can't hear the ball, mate. I just couldn't do it. I didn't know, actually, genuinely, I'm saying it now, I did not know how to heater it. It's not that I didn't want to hear that, I didn't know how to.
What, so you never heated up? Yeah,
never forget when we played Hearts away from home. Cup game, I think it was the semi-final. I say that every week, it's a semi-final. Wouldn't have been, can I play the semi-finals every week? And played the ball at the back post and I went to win it, Si. Ducked. Boys touched it, top corner, out we go. Oh, Si, it was horrible. So the boys get it back post and all I had to do was win it. And I did that and jump under it, Si.
You turned it?
Were you couldn't you?
No, do you know what? Do you remember, see when I was young?
I heard you were no bad, didn't you? No, you went to win it.
See when I was a young boy, remember you went to your free stage of having your hands in your trousers all the time?
I love that.
Mate, see once, right, this is never done. I was defending a set piece at DL Park for like under 17s or something, 16s, Motherwell. And I never even realised, and Tommy Burns was going off his nut. I had my hands doing my shots in the back post defending a set piece, man.
That's amazing.
I hate defending set pieces. So I'm like you, Kev. I always think this team, they're going to score.
I used to say, Mick McCarthy used to say to me, who do you want to pick up? And I said, Gaffer, I don't want to pick up anybody. Get everybody to pick up and I'll just float in the box and see when it comes in, I'll just find a way and I'll go and head it clear.
It must have been hard because you must have been asked to come back every set piece.
But mate, imagine marking him at a corner, man.
I just grab his titties, man.
We played Aberdeen pre-season, right? Was it pre-season this year? I heard it was pre-season, I think it was. We played them. And mate, you should see how big they are. See Cosgrove, Considine, Taylor, McKenna, even Lewis Ferguson, mate. See, trying to mark them at set pieces, they're so strong, mate. I didn't realise on telly like how big these guys are.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Horrible, hate it. Right, we need to talk about Lee Griffiths' alleged stamp on Woods, debated in the match coverage. Kev, is it a red card?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah.
Why?
I think...
No, of force.
I think looking on the angle from behind, it's as if when he's come down and he's went to turn, he's went to step over the guy and he's clipped the guy's arm, and that's made him then put it in the chest. The only person that'll be able to tell you if it's a stamp, it's Lee Griffiths. And possibly he's in the same kind of vein as Slaney. 95% of what Lee Griffiths will tell you is lies. So I don't think we'll ever know whether it was intentionally deliberate or not. But for me, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because he's got himself fit. He's back in the Celtic team. The last thing we want to talk about is...
It's funny you should say that because he actually told me he thought you were in good shape.
He's a twad. The last thing we want to do is kind of like knocking back a peg or two, talking about a stamp. But Scottish, like, if he'd have got sent off, that's all we'd have been talking about.
But see, the thing is, for me, like, if the referee's that close to it, right, he's the man that knows if it's a red card because he knows the rules inside out. If he's that close to it, he's not like he's miles away, he's 5 yards from it, and he doesn't deem it to be a red card. For me, it
that's...
can have been then.
Aye, I take it. The referee's made a decision, and with all replays for any incident, they can all made to be look bad, regardless of which angle you're looking at. So,
but it's still a bit stupid, isn't it?
It's a bit stupid. You don't. It's one of them. You don't get yourself involved in that type of thing. But Lee Griffiths is known to be a wee bit of a hothead sometimes. So maybe he saw a wee bit of the red mist. Who knows?
What?
We'll ask him.
You've got that in your locker, innit? Just to do something like that
all the time.
What would you have done if he'd stamped on you? What would your reaction have been?
Great and screaming. Great and screaming, Si. I don't like all that. Do you know what's always good about players? You always see players kidding on about fighting a pitch. Nobody's going to ever fight in a pitch. Si, do you know what I mean? That was me. Always try to go his fights in there. Never going to fight. Can't fight. I'm not going to do it. On a decision. I've watched it many times, Si.
How many?
Oh my God, so many times. I actually watched it for the first time, boys. Don't shout at me. I watched Sports Scene last night. I had it on mute, so...
No, Sports Scene are pals now. Michael Stewart and somebody else is coming on as well.
Well, I still had it on mute, Si. Right. I didn't want to ruin my night listening to them, but I turned it off mute to hear them talk about the Griffiths, and Stephen Thompson said it was a straight red, and Mikey Stewart said it wasn't a red. And listening to Mikey Stewart, he said wasn't enough force on it. And I thought it was a red when I seen it again, and then listening to Mikey Stewart saying no force. I can't make my mind up, but you're getting a referee, Si. So many refs could have sent you off for that. And Celtic have lost 2 games this season, one to Rangers and one away to Livingston because of the red card, Si, early on in the game, and it was the exact same. If he goes, the game could be very, very different yesterday, Si, and it's stupidity. Now, I've watched it. The reason I think a lot of refs could have sent Lee Griffiths off yesterday, Si, is because of when he's coming down, it speeds up his leg. Now, when I'm batting my dad, Si, I'll speed up and kick him. I know, I've done it before, Si, do you know what I mean? So. But watching it, I don't know. I'm still very undecided on it, Si. And people may say, if it was Rangers in this position, would I say it was red? No, Si, I wouldn't. I'm very honest, Si. So I don't know. But when he's coming down,
it speeds up. That's what you're saying.
And speed up. I know making sure if he's saying it's no forced, does that come into it? Are you allowed to?
I don't know what the rules is. I think it needs to be excessive force. Is that right?
I don't know.
Anyway, see when you're fighting your dad, did you ever wear that suit jacket? So do you get like a mouthful of tweed? Does he take it off?
I can't stand it.
Ties his arms up in it.
I can't stand
it. See underneath that jacket, what does he usually wear?
Do you know?
A vest. A vest.
Tight polo neck.
What?
Oh, horrendous.
Sergio Giorgini?
Oh, he's horrible.
Military man.
Oh, hopeless. But I don't know, but regarding yesterday, I think you could have been, many refs could have sent that off, and I don't think you could have moaned about it.
Right, Kev, your old gaffer, Ali McCoy, said if it was Alfredo Morelos, then he'd have been sent off. What do you make of it?
Ali, I think that's the most controversial thing Ali's ever said. He sits on that fence every week.
I don't know, he said you were decent a couple of times.
Aye, that's what I mean. Talks nonsense. He's in that 95% bracket again. No, it's like everything. It's just one person's opinion, and everybody's opinion's different. Super Ali thinks it's if it was Alfredo, I would take it.
Can you get up anyway now again?
Well, you can get up, young man. Don't worry about
yes,
it.
Please, say.
I would agree with Ali, because sometimes with Alfredo, your reputation precedes you, if that's the right.
Yeah, that is right.
So I think possibly.
But do you know what's annoying me about Scottish football just now? It's like kids, man. See, every time somebody does something, it's like, oh my, get them banned.
It's tit for tat now.
Who cares, man? Just get on with it. They see whatever team wins, that they're the best team, man. Yeah. Stop trying to get people banned and sent off for... Yeah. It's football, man. Get on with it.
No, 100%.
It's kid stuff. It's pathetic.
Then you're nothing. Right, the boy Welsh, recalled for Morton, came and done well, eh?
Well, Si, as I said, it's that I'm surprised when...
The Shermanator.
The Shermanator, Si. It actually looked like Lenny a wee bit if you zoom into his face, Si.
It could be one of Lenny's boys.
I'm not sure.
Right.
I'd keep a wee eye on that.
Mrs. Welsh, let us know.
Yeah, absolutely, Si. But So I said I'm surprised, and obviously a Celtic fan and Celtic fans will be disappointed. Didn't bring a centre half in. So when you see the young guy playing, he's been playing with Morton's side. So you're thinking he was the best centre half at the Freedom yesterday. Side he'd done absolutely amazing. And there was one side when the balls went to the tap, and it could have been 2-0 Hamilton, and they've done an absolute magnificent clearance side. So that for that boy's debut, he was excellent. Just my first. I spoke to a few of the Morton players side,
And what was
many of them, and they said he's a good player, but maybe not at that stage. Celtic, they've been there 40, he'd be playing with Celtic. So.
But I think it's easier to go and play for Celtic than it is to go and play for Morton.
I totally agree. With alongside Julian, you're going to have all the ball, and Aya, they're going to have all the ball. You're not going to defend as many near as much as Morton. So.
The reason I thought he'd done well was because I don't think he'll probably play in a back three. You know what I mean? Most of his time as a young player, he'd played in the back four, and I thought his positional sense yesterday was really good. Like you say, when the ball was on the other side, he was tucking in his other centre half.
He
made quite a few. He did. He was quite confident.
It's good to see that. Like he's came in there and grasped an opportunity, whether he gets another crack at it, say the week whatever or next weekend. He's came in and gave the manager a bit of food for thought while players are injured or while Lenny's trying to figure out his best three. So you've got to respect the kid for that coming in. Like you say, playing with Morton, playing anywhere on loan is way more difficult than it'll ever be playing with your own first team. I've went on loan, I think 4 times went on loan, and I couldn't wait to get back to my team because being on loan is difficult. You don't realise. Going on loan from a big club, you don't realise how lucky you actually are, because when you go to Morton and you've got to take your own kit home or whatever, I don't know if they do that in Morton, but in some lower league clubs, take your own kit home, wash it your own, chain it, and you know what I mean? Whereas at Celtic, everybody's asking if you're okay, you want your breakfast, you want everything's done for you. So it's an eye-opener, but no, fair play to you for coming back and playing well.
I think at Morton you just wear your own strip, innit?
Do you?
Every day you just wear your own thing.
Is that right?
Number on your back.
Number on
your back, full kit wanker.
Something like that, anyway.
Well, let's hope he does get a chance, because the same with Patterson at Rangers, we've seen him play well once, and then we've not seen him again.
I
want to see, for me, Celtic's best players over the 5 years have been boys at the Brook Academy.
Scottish
Who
lads.
played right back for Rangers at the weekend?
It was the American boy.
Polster.
But see, if a first team player comes in and plays well, he plays the next week, so why does a young boy not do it?
I don't
But
get
it's
that.
fair. I said last week in the last week's podcast, if Lennon thinks you're good enough, you'll play, Si. I'll stand by that.
So will Welsh play the next game?
No. No, I don't know, Si. I don't know if he'll go with I don't know if he'll go with Griffiths on Wednesday. There you go. That's a big statement because of the win, but I think he might bring Christie in behind Edward.
Yeah.
I think they might do that. So that's just a wee one. We'll check next podcast to see if I was right, Si.
Right, perfect. And the next game is Motherwell away. Is this the biggest test the Celtic will face going out at the end of the season?
Absolutely massive.
I think it's an even bigger game because due to the fact that Livingston beat Motherwell at the weekend, so Motherwell's lost a bit of ground on the third place. So they'll be looking to put the manager Stevie Robinson, I would imagine, would have put a rocket right up their arses after that on Saturday. So they'll be up for it on Wednesday. Motherwell being at home, looking to make amends for the result of the weekend. So it'll be tough, but Celtic could easily go there and start like they did against St Johnstone and blow them away. That's how good Celtic can be. But it's a big game. It's 2 big games through the week, 2 great fixtures: Rangers, Hibs, Celtic, Motherwell. Mouth-watering ties that could have a big impact in the season. So
you see, the thing is now, though, with Christie being back, Roderick's fit, looks fit, Griffiths is playing well. Can that cause you a wee problem? There's so many good players that
but what it causes
the
manager a problem. The fact that these guys are pushing day in, day out now, wanting back in that team. So when Christie gets his half an hour, 40 minutes like he did yesterday, he's thinking, well, I've done enough to merit a start this weekend. Now he's got to go out and train a couple of days and make sure that, right, okay, so there's competition for places. So they're all hungry to be in that team. They're all wanting to play well, to stay in the team. Whereas over at Rangers at the minute, they've got injuries and suspensions where players are coming in that normally maybe wouldn't come in. Whereas Celtic's got players that are hungry trying to get in to stay in. So the kind of balance is a wee bit different.
They've got, as I say, they've got loads of players, but Brown and McGregor pretty much play every week.
Aye.
You think it might be time for them to get a wee rest?
I think so. Because when they two are playing, then it's a rotation really in Cham, Christie and Roderick. I think, Si. With they two, I think you could. I think.
And Cham, Christie, Roderick.
Do you know what I mean? So they two are always playing, so it's no allowing. So if you drop in Cham back and it's at mid, you can then maybe play a Christie or a Roderick. But if Cham's going to play with they two, then you're not allowing one of the more. Because I think, especially in Scotland, Si, you maybe better going with the creative midfielder rather than maybe a Brown McGregor. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, listen, top players, but I just think even yesterday you seen the difference when they both came on, Si. that wee spark, do you know what I mean? And that's massive, and especially Rangers are experiencing that the new side with their midfield similar. It's hard to break these teams down with sitting back. So as many, it's a great
Creative
point
players.
I'm getting out, but I'm just not getting at the end of it to say it. With their attacking mids, I would maybe try to get them in. You could maybe drop and Chan back a wee bit, but I would rotate it, certainly.
Do you think Celtic could play Edward, Griffiths and Christie?
Edward, Griffiths and Christie.
They
I think Christie
fi-
could play centre midfield, can't he? I
finished
think he's a
the-
centre midfielder, mate.
What else I was going to ask you, I nearly forgot, your mate Forrest,
Brilliant.
he's picked up, he's been listening.
Do you know he's scored more goals and assists than he had last season? His
Really?
record 17 goals.
Obviously, I came
and
for him a
15
wee bit.
assists.
Came for him a wee bit.
Exceptional.
Did you hear
He's
of
world
him?
class. He's world class. Listen, maybe the team wasn't playing as well, but when the team don't play as well, you look at the top players for them to perform and maybe win. But he is world class, no doubt about that.
World class, eh?
I would say so. Sorry.
Tremendous. Is he enjoying that old wing back? It's a graveyard shift, that, isn't it? Wing back.
I don't enjoy that. I don't think so. The wing back is horrible. Innit? Oh my god!
Oh, we
that
just thank
ended
you
me,
for it,
Clyde.
man.
Ended me that.
Did you play wing back?
I get told that was the one I came on the last 5 minutes to play wing back, and after 1 minute I asked the ref how long to go. I was done, innit?
Oh, brilliant. Right. A player similar to young Paul Slane, Neymar. See that, Kev? The ref told me to stop showboating.
Brilliant for the
He went
ref.
off by up his hair. Dyed his
What's
hair
his
pink.
hair doing?
What is he doing,
Same
man?
colour as your jumper.
You think this is a Pink Panther biscuit, didn't you?
I tell you,
That's why you've got slavers over your chin.
I've been noticing your eyes have been watering all day.
it's like a fucking kiwi salad. Three-foot salad sitting in the corner. I'm desperate to deliver somebody I'm ready to deliver somebody a box of milk tray. But no, do I agree with what the ref's done? Nah.
No.
We're in an entertainment business.
Do
We're
I
here to
agree?
entertain.
No.
Do I agree? Absolutely not. I just think that we're in an entertainment business.
Yeah.
Sometimes the fans get sold short on a Saturday or whatever night they
great
play.
point.
Gets asses off seats, doesn't
Of
it?
course it does. If he wants to do a skill, that could be different. Seen a wee kid going out and trying to flick over the player's head and taking the piss out of his mates at school.
Nailed it.
I just think the referee should be. I think they should make a fucking mockery of him, embarrass him for what he's done. I think they should take him to the playground and get wee Willie Collum to flick the boy or his head.
What would you do, right, if you were playing a game and you done a skill and wee Willie just went like that? Nah, that's not you.
Not acceptable.
That is not you.
Take
Stop
a
it.
What do you say, Paul? Come on now, Paul.
Oh my god, imagine that.
See, the ref said that to you. By the way, I actually thought it was you playing for Hearts Saturday when Big Piazza. Did you see him on the touchline?
I saw him.
What is that, big? What's the big man giving it?
Oh,
Big man, just headed the ball.
Was that the touchline when he fell out?
Right in front of your gaffer.
When the pass came to try to control it, somebody tied his shoelaces together.
See, if I was Stendhal when he was on the ground, I'd just done that to him.
Big Itchy.
Imagine, because see me make an arse in a picture embarrassed. Imagine just did that, yeah.
Oh, tremendous, man. Hey, what a game that was, Hearts St. John's, did you see it?
Brilliant. Oh, brilliant.
Stendhal's, the football's much better, mate. They're attacking.
That's what's
They're
going to concede goals, but at least it's
see
there.
the defence of the second half. St Johnson could have had 5 or 6.
Who is that goalie?
What is the goalie? No, tell me about the one when Stevie May shot for the halfway line, right? And he's running back, and instead of just catching it, he punches. What the fuck is he doing?
Are you going to leave for that?
No, but seriously, what was he doing?
No, I was embarrassed.
Why would he not just
By the way, he's
drop
hopeless.
it and then
He
pick
is
it up?
hopeless, that goalie.
He's hopeless. He's like,
Oh my god.
he will
he's
cost
minging.
Hearts whether they stay in the Premier League or no this year. He's that bad.
He is.
There's a goalie that you can get.
There is a goalie.
Could you do
Dog
it?
shit.
No, because we couldn't possibly play for the
Can
same
you
club.
imagine?
Imagine that if-
And Lynn coming back to play with Hearts?
No, no chance. No, we couldn't possibly play for the same club.
The Jam Tarts.
Can't hit 2 heroes in the house.
I know, but would you not like it to play behind that big John Suter's head?
What? The sniper, June?
That was brilliant. Any other games catch your eye? We're nearly done. That's just nearly done. St Mirren, Hibs 2 each.
Peterhead. 3-0 down.
Don't know what to
Come
talk
back
about.
3-2. Well, the good news is the suspension is over.
Oh, the suspension's over.
Big news coming out of Peterhead through the week that he's now stepped up to assistant coach, head coach.
Amazing, mate. Absolutely amazing.
He's back Saturday. I think Peterhead this weekend must be a coot and
It's
buster
a 6
for William
pointer, mate. We're
Hill.
playing fourth for it.
Oh, wow, it is, aye.
Have we
Must
been up
win.
to it?
Fancy it?
Be a live coverage?
Why don't you?
We could come up and we could commentate on it.
Wow.
I'm doing nothing Saturday.
What
afternoon.
stadium's it?
You get your hotel Friday night
Where's
and
it
stuff
at?
like that.
Wow.
At Peterhead.
We're going to make the Peterhead boys know how to speak to me. Please. Don't want them speaking to me anywhere near me.
Aye, I'll come up to you and I'll carry Slaney's bags up.
Tremendous.
Aye,
Anything else, or is
I
that
was
us?
going to ask something there a minute ago. Oh,
It's been a good show
What
again.
about Snoddy's 2 goals at the weekend?
Brilliant,
Own
eh?
goals.
2 own goals, celebrating them as if they were top corners.
Quite right.
I would have done the same.
You'll be on a goal bonus.
I did a full lap.
I hope Robbie Nielsen gets sacked.
Oh no!
Wait a minute.
What's happened?
Can't end it now. What
Why?
do you mean? Whatever
What's
do
he
you
done?
mean, Paul?
They get beat, didn't they?
Your
With a
man Dick
broth.
Campbell.
Oh my, please sack him, please. Because that's the only thing that's going to make my anger go away, Si.
Robbie
Oh,
Nielsen for the sack.
oh my God. No matter what Robbie Nielsen does in his career now, he's been beat with a broth, so he can't get better than that. Worse than that.
Brilliant. Lads, as always.
Do you want to go for, we need to go for a lunch today?
Hey, we'll go for lunch. Where do you
Will we
want to
go?
We've got the fitness foods.
Nah, we'll eat that later on. Si, where was the place we went to in the West End? Remember the pubs were amazing? The pubs were unbelievable. She was like, she's coming, she's like, you're fucking sexy. She said to me, she was like, you're sexy, boy.
Where was it? You're sexy.
She's like, going to show me eating that, she said.
Right, we're done.
We're done.
Thanks, boys.
Thanks
Cheers,
very
Si.
much.
Cheers, Paul.
Thanks, guys.